So you'll remember when we went back and started renovating the house, where we started renovating the bedrooms one at a time. This was the first bedroom, and then we did the second bedroom, and then we converted the third bedroom from a bedroom into Louisa's art studio, which she used for about a year or more till we built the studio. And then we renovated the hallway. Well, we painted the hallway, repainted it to match the new theme we were going with. And then we moved to painting the outside of the house. So we went from the old yellow render to the nice white. Stay tuned for that because we have more coming. I'm going to be painting the roof a new colour. Then we did the upstairs loft area. We replaced the stairs. We repainted everything, including the roof. We got rid of the timber so that everything's now fresh and white and modern. And that takes us pretty much up to now. Which brings us downstairs now into the lounge room area. This beautiful brick wall is mostly going to stay, but some of it's going to go. This is what the lounge room looked like before we did any of the work. But that wall on the right, which is brick, and that back wall behind the TV is all going to get rendered. It's just a little bit too much for one room, so we're going to render and paint the walls white. I didn't film the process of rendering because someone else was doing the rendering, but we'll start from the completed rendered walls and I'm starting to paint. So let's get to it. So I'm in the lounge room and I'm ready to paint these rendered walls and the ceiling. Let me show you. Right, so wall 1, wall 2, going to be painted to there. I have to paint this little wall here, which is just a little blade wall coming out to the kitchen. And then I'm going to paint the ceiling to this joint. And that other side there will get done when we finish the kitchen. And I'll probably have to paint the door too. Not probably, I will. Man, it's a big job. Well, it started raining, so I had to turn the lights on. But here we are with a first coat, which is undercoat, and looking good. Won't look this streaky when I do the top coats, I promise. But yeah, let's now let it dry and we'll do a top coat. Looks much better than it did. And little Leo here has been watching me paint this wall. And unfortunately, he's got a little bit of paint on his tail that I had to wipe off. What do you think of the painting, Leo? Did I do a good job? Yes? You've been a good boy? Sometimes. Anyway, here's the room, which has basically 3 coats of paint. So one undercoat and 2 top coat on the ceiling, but I've actually got 1 undercoat and 3 top coats on the walls. Now that look a little bit patchy and shadowy only because of the light this afternoon and it's still drying, but there we are. So time to pack up and put my gear away. Leo. Okay, so here we are with the walls painted, ceiling painted, and now we're on to the trims and architraves. So down here we've got to put these pieces back. All the skirting along here, architrave around the doors, along the bottom there, and around that door and window. Just to show you what's happened though, and what I need to do is, now when we put the architrave on, you can see there's a gap in here. So we need to fill that gap with a small piece of timber, and then I'm going to put that back on. So this small piece of timber, I'm going to have to go onto my saw and trim up a bunch of those to go all the way around. As you can see now, the render sticks out past the timber because it's a bit thicker. So I've got to make 3 for there and 3 for there. The door I managed to salvage, because the door I actually took it off and moved it. Now it's flush, so it sits beautifully already. It's been fixed, so that's works perfectly. So here is the room finally finished. All the walls painted, architraves and skirtings on. I'm yet to put the power points back in, but yeah, all the timbers are re-nailed into the walls, architraves on, the trim under the sill's been added. Up here we've added a quad mould to the junction between the brickwork and the render just to finish it off. I've refitted the surround above the chimney flue where it meets the ceiling, and I've yet to paint the door, but I forgot to film it. So let's show you what it looks like now, and I'll see you on the next video.